As I get my morning walk in, trying to keep this up after starting it in the Philippines. Did a little bit of it last year, but should have done way more. Today I want to talk to you about, do you ever get that feeling inside that you just want to go, as the Australians would say, walkabout? You know, the type of people that grab a caravan, or in the States and Canada, an RV, throw caution to the wind, put it in gear, and just go. Do you ever get that feeling? Let's talk about those itchy feet, wanting to go on walkabout and such. Guys, it's not like, Western countries where you can just hop in an RV and maybe disappear for long periods of time. The other part of all of this too is, what kind of ties do you have back home in your native country? Maybe you're only ever able to see your grandkids or your kids or whatever 2 or 3 times a year. To everybody, including yourself, making a big move that may be permanent, not cheap to come back, would you go back and forth to do the visits? And that kind of leads to, you getting pressure not to go. But as I've said many times, how many times can you say that you've lived 2 lives in this old carcass? I feel very fortunate to have done that, or doing that, etc. We will do travel more now that Lynn has got her citizenship. She'll get a Canadian passport, and we will be able to get more travel in. But it's not the same as experiencing a culture and a new group of friends that you can start those stories all over again with and hear all their stories that they've been repeating for their entire life. But if you've got itchy feet, spend some time doing some serious planning. If there's one thing that I've picked up on the live streams over a period of time here, about 2 years roughly, is the people that are on there asking questions a lot and either have never gone or getting ready to go. They ask a lot of questions, and it's interesting the evolution in the Bilik box thing. I mean, it was almost a non-issue, non-talked about thing. Only the Filipinos did it. And now I hear more and more and more people talking about shipping their stuff to the Philippines, which I strongly recommend, especially if you're going to be on a tight budget and you need to, save wherever you can. Shipping a box to the Philippines, let's say under $200 from the West Coast in Canada, it's $100 Canadian roughly. Your pots and pans are probably $100 to replace in Canada. Sure, you can get a little bit cheaper sets, but if you want a full set, things like Corelle dishes, all of that kind of stuff is what we sent, guys. We already had it, some of it, and other stuff. The sales beat the Philippines hands down. There are a lot of things in our Western country that are cheaper. They are. So yeah, spend time, guys. I know we all get itchy feet. Sometimes we tend to jump, and maybe we jump too far, and trying to return. As an example, when Lynn and I sold our place in Vancouver, we knew that once we went to a small town, there was never going to be a chance to ever return to the big city. The housing costs were just going to be out of our reach because we allocated money for different things because of that sale, right? But if you're going to go lock, stock, and barrel and bolt, take the time and get some planning in and use those itchy feet to get on things like Google Earth and zoom down on towns and, do all of that kind of stuff. It's really a cool way to go. And when Lynn and I started the whole wandering through, especially Thailand, YouTube, even back in 2013, was wonderful. Trying to find from one rapid transit to another rapid transit. So going from the boat system to the overhead system to the, various depots that are around. You know, the overhead to underground train system isn't connected. And so you're having to wander off. And fortunately, some people put video cameras on their chest or their head and did those walks and uploaded those videos. Alrighty guys, take the time to make sure you do it right. Later, Gators.